Hey there. Mind if I take a seat? Hmm? What am I doing? Well, anytime you read, you need a good place to sit, don't you? And you look like the best seat in the house. Yeah. Your lap looked like the best seat to possibly sit on when reading, so it said I could have a seat, so I took a seat. But I suppose it is a bit rude to read while you have such good company. So, what have you been up to? Nothing much? Sure about that? There's nothing that you have been doing at all? I'd beg to differ. I'm sure you've been doing something. Alright, well then what have I been doing? Nothing. Granted, I think I'm doing something right now. I'm talking to you. But no, I've been doing things. I'm a very productive person. But if you want to know about those things, then maybe you'd answer my question first. Whenever anybody says they've been doing nothing, that usually means they've been doing something. I mean, you have to be doing something. I mean, you got to this house somehow. If you were doing nothing, you'd still be back at your place. All right, there, yeah, see, that's something. I knew you were, you see, you weren't up to nothing. You're doing stuff. As for me, mainly just working. It's kind of boring. But I'm still keeping up with some things, like my reading. Well, right now I'm reading The Golden Yarn. Yeah, I am chapter... I know it sounds insane. Chapter 23. The chapters in this book are actually pretty short. I think you'd like it. It says in the front, a nostalgic fantasy playing with the convention of Russian fairy tale. It sounds a lot more pretentious than it actually is, I promise. But I'm not really that focused on that book right now. Focused on you. I rarely get to see you ever. Very rarely. Well, yeah. Usually you're hanging out with my younger brother, so, you know, I rarely get to see you because you're always so busy with him, but that's fine. You guys are friends, best friends, so. But every once in a while, I get to chat with you, so I thought I'd take that opportunity today. Yes, on your lap. Why, you want me to get off? Too heavy for you? What was that? You gotta speak up a little bit. What I want to talk about? Anything, really. Just wanted to have a little chat, since, as I said, I never really get to. Why? Because I find you rather interesting. Well, I just enjoy your company. The little tiny interactions I do get with you are always pleasant. So I figured there's a reason why my brother hoards you all to himself. He always gets annoyed when I try to hang out with you guys. So, since he popped out to the store real fast to get you guys, actually I really don't know what he was getting you guys, I figured I'd take my chance when I could get it. Yes, I find you interesting. I just said that, didn't I? Why? You really like saying that today. Why? I don't know. Does there have to be a reason why I find you interesting? You just seem like a really nice person. You know, the demeanor that you have. So, and I've known you for a while. Just never really get any one-on-one time with you, so. And I thought today I'd be rather bold. Am I making you nervous? You sure? Okay. But you want to know something else? Do you want to know why I decided to sit in your lap? It's a yes or no question. You can actually say no if you don't want to know. I won't tell you. Well, remember I said I found you rather interesting? That's true. But there's multiple layers to that interesting. Yes, just like an ogre has layers. The real reason why I decided to unceremoniously sit in your lap today was to kind of, I don't know. Honestly, I think it was rather impulsive. To get your very undivided attention. Because, well, truth be told, I really like you. What? Is that all you have to say? Really? Okay, I guess, yeah, it is kind of out of the blue. I thought me kind of sitting on your lap was pretty apparent, but you thought I was just teasing you like usual. Okay, yeah, I do that, so I guess fair enough. But no, I don't know, I never really met anyone like you, quite, like, ever, and I know you're friends with the sibling, and then that makes things complicated because the sibling doesn't want, the older sibling to steal the friend, and no. And I thought maybe I was just being, passing phase or whatever. But it wasn't. I found myself excited anytime you came over to visit. To only get a quick hello and a quick goodbye and never to really see you until a few days later. And I thought the only way to stop the madness was to just face it head on like I always do. So, that's that. And even though I find your lap incredibly comfortable, in a perfect reading spot, if you really want me to get off, I will. You don't mind? Okay. Well, at least I don't have to worry about one thing, having a good reading spot. But that still really doesn't answer the other question I have. Okay, fair enough. I didn't ask you a question, but I just told you that I liked you, so I think I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Just what? Listen, I know through the years I've teased you sometimes and tried to intimidate you because, I don't know, that's just what big sisters do, I guess. But, really, if you don't like me, I won't be offended. At least I'll get my answer and I'll move on. But if you do like me, well, I guess we have a lot of catching up to do. You do? Really? Can I ask for how long? You don't want to tell? Oh, come on. You can tell me, can't you? Alright, fine. I won't pry. A question for another time. Nothing, it's just you like me. Well, yeah. You know I like you. Doesn't mean I won't stop teasing you, though. Nah, that's an old tradition now. It'll always be something that's a constant between us. But I'll let up a little bit. So, before I get back to reading this book in the most perfect reading spot, do you mind if I do something else real quick? Well, I was wondering if I could give you a kiss. I mean, I know that we kind of just established that we both liked each other, so don't know if that's too early for you, but we've also known each other for a long time, so I figured, it's kind of evens itself out. Sure, but on one condition? Oh, you're being a little bold today. That's very unusual. Alright, what's your condition? I read the book out loud? Well, I'm just considering my options. But no, sure, I'd love to read the book out loud. Granted, this is the second book in the series. Actually, no, it's the third. So you're to be a little bit lost. But I'll try to do my best to catch you up. Alright. Now, I kind of lost my place. Yeah, I was, your lap was just so comfy, I lost my bookmark, but that's alright. I think I was right around here. So, in the middle, smack dab in the middle of chapter 23. Good. It hadn't been easy to get him through the mirror the first time. Of course he wanted to know where his precious big brother disappeared to all the time, but he never would have abandoned his mother. Only after Rosamond's death had the temptation become too strong. And then they could only hope that the Goyle would infect him with the curse of the Dark Fairy, thus making him immune to her magic. A game of roulette, as they would say in this world. Spieler had to admit he'd never, not in his wildest dreams, imagined Will as the embodiment of a Goyle legend.